When Jesus saw his mother there and the disciple whom he loved standing nearby, he said to his mother,
"Dear woman, here is your son."
and to the disciple,
"Here is your mother."
From that time on, this disciple took her into his home.
Did you understand this passage?
Not really.
Let's check with our elders.
Well, children, let's look at why Jesus asked his disciple to take care of his mother. Firstly, in the scriptures, we do not see any other brothers of Jesus who were present at the crucifixion. Because we see that Jesus had brothers, and we see that in Matthew 12:49, Mark 3:34, and Luke 8:21. Especially in Luke 8:21, we see Jesus talks to crowd and said, "My mother and my brothers are these who hear the word of God and do it." Here we see Jesus' closest disciple walk with him to the cross, and his mother too. They followed him to the very end. They loved him so much, and they were not concerned about the consequences of following Jesus, which would obviously be against the rule of the land. And that's why Jesus himself is being crucified. They had the courage to follow Jesus in spite of any fear they had and the rejection that would come by following Jesus in the society. Secondly, in this passage, we see that Jesus does not forget his earthly duty as a son. Even on the cross with the excruciating pain, he looks at his mother and tells that John is her son. And he is showing the love which he had for her. And also at this time, he is making known the cost of the discipleship, which John had shown to the point to the cross, that he loved his master beyond everything and anything. And when he had shown that love to his master gives him an assignment to take care of his mother, because he considered John as his brother. And that's why he was given that assignment to take care of his mother. Even though none of his earthly brothers came to the cross, but his disciple, who was closer than his brother, who loved his master to the end, was given this assignment to take care of his mother as her son. Thirdly, we see that John, being a true disciple of Jesus, did not delay in following his master's command. It says in the passage that in that very moment, this disciple took care of the mother. John not only followed Jesus when he was at his best, but he followed Jesus to the point of cross, and he took the assignment of Jesus even though his master was dying on the cross. We need to see that John is called to love Jesus' mother as his own mother. And that's where the true discipleship of Jesus is calling. Finally, in this passage, what do we ultimately see? We see the cost of discipleship. We see what it means to follow Jesus. In here, we see John as a true disciple. He followed Jesus, he loved his God, and he is called to love his fellow human being. And here is a true discipleship that John shows to us. Being a true disciple of Jesus, he loved God and he loved his fellow men. Let's take this as the lesson from this passage.
Thank you. This was very helpful.
Oh, now I understand this passage better. To be a true disciple of Jesus is serving God and loving others.